As of last night, we have two presidential candidates from the major parties. I was thinking about that this morning when I came across a quote by Stephen Carter. A couple years ago, Stephen wrote a book called Taking God's Name in Vain. And he said that we Americans are more prone to breaking the terms of the third commandment than anybody else. And as he cites the examples of where he sees that happening, he says one of them is in presidential campaigns. He said, we invoke the name of God to justify the positions we take all the time. He said it doesn't make any difference whether you're a progressive or a conservative, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. You state a position and then you invoke the name of God as giving it emphasis, authority, some sense of divine approval. That makes me think of what Francis Schaeffer said. He said the gospel gets diminished in two very different ways. He said some of us diminish the truth of Christianity by not believing that there's anything true, by not believing there's any absolutes. He says that's one way to diminish the truth of the gospel. But he said another way to diminish the truth of the gospel is to inflate the gospel with ideas that aren't intrinsically a part of it. By wrapping the gospel up in the American flags or in partisan politics or with the own petty private concerns that we have and making them tantamount to the Word of God. We're coming into a season when there's going to be a lot of invoking of the name of God for political purposes. It seems to me that this is the time, if we're going to obey the third commandment, if we're going to take the name of our God seriously, it's time for us to ask the question, who is God? What does God want? And to open our Bibles to find an answer.